Hello everyone, my name is Murad Amir Sisodia. So today we are discussing inequalities for 402 for mathematics. Now the first important thing you need to know about inequalities is I'm going like discussing some previous things, that is x equals to 3 over here. So what does it mean x equals to 3? X equals to 3 means the value of x is fixed. When the value of x is fixed, that means it cannot be changed. But in inequalities, the value is not fixed. The value comes in the form of range. That means the value can be greater, equals to, or lesser or equals to. The value will be in that form, not in the equals to form. Okay, that's the main thing about inequalities. So here we have some four kind of inequalities which are given, and I have made a number line so that you must be able to understand it properly. So you have x is greater than 6. So x is greater than 6 means the values of x are greater than 6. So they can be 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now if I want to make this information on a number line, if I want to represent this whole thing on a number line, so what I'll be doing, I'll be drawing a number line over here, and I'll make a hollow circle over here, and like because it's greater than 6, so I'll make my arrow over here to show the greater side of it. Okay, why hollow circle? Because 6 is not included. Okay, now for x is greater and equal to 6 means the value of 6 is also included in this form. So because 6 is also included, so I will draw a shaded circle to represent that 6 is included. And for the greater side, the arrow will be on the right hand side. Okay, this is the whole doing thing and represent thing on a number line. Now x is lesser than 2. Lesser than 2 means that the values of x are lesser than 2. So that means 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and so on. So I'll draw a hollow circle over here, and on the left hand side there is an arrow over here. So after this you can see that it's a hollow circle. And why hollow circle? Because 2 is not included. Okay, now in the second one we have x is lesser and equal to 2. Lesser and equal to 2 means 2 is also included. So 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and so on. And I'll draw a shaded circle over here, and the arrow will be on the lesser side. So this is the representation of a answer into a number line. Now we are doing one example of this, and now afterwards we'll be drawing a number line also. Okay, so we have minus c plus 3 greater than 5. So you remember you have already solved some simple equations of algebra. Okay, this is similarly like this. So we have minus c plus 3 greater than 5. So first of all, I'll shift my 3 on that side. So it becomes 5 minus 3. Now I can get minus c greater than 2. Okay, now because I have to find the value of t, not minus c, so what I'll be doing is I'll multiply this minus sign by c over here and this minus sign over here. So because of multiplication of the negative sign, the sign of inequality will also change. It will also be an opposite sign. It converted into from greater to a lesser sign. So whenever you are multiplying your inequality by a negative sign, the sign of inequality will also change. So that's why you are seeing a drastic change in the signs. So it becomes positive c and it becomes negative 2. Now if I need to represent this information on a number line, so I'll draw a number line over here. This is minus 2 and it's on the lesser side represented by your answer. At least now we are going to discuss about simultaneous linear inequalities. The word simultaneous means there are two inequalities at the same time and they both are going to be together. Okay, so you have 3x lesser than x plus 6 at the same time, and you have 2x plus 4 lesser 3x plus 6. Okay, so what you are first supposed to solve it, which we have done it in the previous video, you have to simply solve it. So this is 3x, this is x over here. So 3x minus x lesser and equal to 6 over here, this become 2x, and the answer of it is x is lesser and equal to 3. So that's how we can get the answer easily by solving it. Now with the second inequality, what is happening over here is 2x over here, 3x over here. I'll shift 3x over here, I'll shift that 4 on that side. So that 3x becomes negative and this 4 becomes negative. So afterwards we have negative x lesser than 2. Again, what I need to do is multiply the negative sign by this inequality. So the sign of inequality also changes into a greater one. So it becomes x is greater than minus 2. So side by side, what I'm doing over here is I'm plotting these two on a number line over here. So I have drawn minus 2, and because the values were greater, so that's why it's greater, and because there was no sign of equals to, so that's why this circle is hollow, and because there was a equals to sign over here, so that's why this circle is a shaded circle. That's why. Now from this particular these two inequalities, I need to sort it out. I need to sort it like this, that these two inequalities are both satisfying at this particular area. So the numbers which are coming between them will be my solution, or will be the values for x. Okay, now the values of x will be this all including the 3. Why I'm not including minus 2? Because there was a hollow circle over here and there was no equals to sign. So that's why my values of x will be minus 1, 0, 1 and 2, and it also includes 3 because you have a shaded circle over here. So this is how we solve a simultaneous linear inequalities if it comes in our exam. Now there is one more example. I'm not solving it completely, but I'll let you know how you can solve it. If the examiner give you the question like this, 4x plus 14 lesser and equal to x plus 5 and lesser than 3x minus 1, then how you were supposed to solve it. So first of all, what you will be doing over here is you will be separating this inequality and writing it alone over here. 4x plus 14 lesser and equal to x plus 5 over here, and then x plus 5 3x minus 1 over here. So that's how you form two different inequalities from this one. Separate this part first, and then separate this part first. Okay, now the solution is totally similar to the previous solution, so that's why I'm not solving it completely. So in our next video, we'll be discussing about the graphical inequalities. For today's video, this is enough, and thank you so much.